So we should do a couple announcements, because number one, you guys know about this.
Yeah.
How many of you have seen it? That's almost half, optimistically. I've actually watched it twice now, I think, maybe 3 times, 2 or 3. And I do recommend it. If you're a Go player or a Go fan or want to know more about Go, you should get this movie. It just had its worldwide release this past month. I'm actually friends with some of the people who made it. I'm friends with a lot of people who are in it. But it tells the story of the first American pro Go player. And if you don't know who that is, it's Andy Liu. And Andy Liu is a character. So I mean, you have like you're like one of your main characters of the film is just a character to begin with. But just an amazing Go player. So I mean, surrounding game, go get your copy, now worldwide release. This is my promo for it. The filmmakers do not ask me to do this. This is all my own volition. This is no, I'm not actually. The filmmakers are watching this, and you want to kick back some money. We'll take it. One thing I did actually, the most useful thing I found this film for was sitting my parents down and making them watch it, because they're always like, "Oh, that's that weird thing you do," right? You guys might be able to relate to this, like that you have relatives or family members or friends, girlfriends, wives, husbands that are like, you do this weird thing, right? None of you are relating to this, I'm scared. You guys have the weirdest friends. Make friends with more normal people. Okay, and if you show this to normal people, non-Go players, their jaw kind of drops and their eyes open, they go, oh. They sort of see the world that like you guys have grown to appreciate on the Go board. So that's why this film is like so exciting. Is because when I showed it to my parents, first thing, they stayed awake the whole time, which is a huge deal for them. Like staying awake through a feature film like movie, big deal. And second, at the end, they were like, we understand. That game is awesome.
Does it teach the rules?
It very, very simply, yes. Yeah. And at the end, they were like, really, that's all the rules there is? That's all you're doing is just putting stones and capturing other stones? And I go, yes, that's what I'm explaining to you for like 15 years. I'm like, huh. All right. Anyway, surrounding game, go get it, go watch it. I know all the buzz is right now about the AlphaGo movie, and that's cool to go see that as well. I don't have a copy of that sitting here to promote you guys. All right, second thing, this is more for the internet people, maybe you too. Maybe you guys, I don't care, you guys can have input, right? My 300th video is coming up. Yay, you guys are, yeah, thank you. Woo. I don't know what to do for it yet, but I feel like I should do something special. So if you have an idea, as absurd it is, throw it down in the comments, and I will have a lot of fun reading it. Maybe even take some inspiration. Okay, you guys ready for some Go now? Good, because today we're going to talk about ladders. So what is a ladder? It's a shape, right? So what is the result of this shape?
Black wins. Black does not win. Something white wins.
All right, it's a really interesting shape in Go, right? Like when you're thinking about the game of Go, and you're trying to explain Go to someone, because again, you just explain, look, it's a game where you just try to surround the other person, you capture stones, and that's it. And they're like, well, duh, that sounds stupid and easy, and why are you doing this? Why are you spending your life like studying this simple thing? You're like, no, wait, look, listen. Every stone you put on this board affects every other stone on the board. And they're kind of like, nah. Just capture the one stone and you win. No. So this ladder shape is like the simplest way to understand how every other stone affects every other stone, right? There's lots of other ways that stones affect each other, but this one is so direct and so just completely easy to get, right? Once you understand how this stone needs to run out, and it sort of can run infinitely, it can never escape entirely, right? It can always stay one move ahead, but it can never like truly escape unless it has a friend. So right now, black could say this stone is captured, right? This stone has no escape, it's gonna run into the wall if it runs away. The second I play a stone anywhere over here, the situation changes on this half of the board, and this is a mile away, right? So just playing a stone over here has a tremendous effect on this side, because it means this stone is alive when it runs out. And so if you can appreciate that fact, you can understand that ladders all of a sudden change lives, right? It changed the entire scope of the board, because if I can start ladders going in all these different directions, all of a sudden this fight can affect this fight, which can affect this fight, which can affect this fight, very directly. So far, you're still with me. All right. Of course you are, because you all know what ladders are already, because you're all Go players. Here's the problem, though. In an actual game, reading out ladders is a real pain in the ass. Like, it's just stupid. Like, it's just a hard task. And there are some tricks and some things that you can do to help improve your reading of ladders. I'm going to try to show you some of them today. Some of you maybe even watched Nick Sibicky Go lecture number 112, where I've shown some of these techniques before. So if you don't want to watch this video for some reason, you can go watch that one. Maybe. No, stay on this video. This is good. This is good. Okay, so we have this ladder. The first trick is looking at star points. Star points are special because they give you a very clear visual indicator on the board. And if I have a ladder, I'm actually going to move this stand over just to make it real clear. The ladder that's set up in this star point, guess where it's going to come out over here? Welcome.
Other star point.
It has to go through this star point. Okay? And furthermore, let's say it just misses the star point on this side by just one space. Guess what point it has to go through on this side?
One below.
Yeah, it has to go through this point. So it's going to miss this star point just by one. And so if you're just, and this isn't just true for the corner star points, it's actually true for the center star point as well, same exact idea. And it's true for the side star points. If you have a ladder that goes here, it's going to go through that point. And if it's 2 off from here, it's going to go 2 off here. Or 3 off here, it's going to go 3 off here. So your first trick is just to look at the star points, count the distance, and you can, at least, without doing any reading whatsoever, have a really good idea of exactly where that ladder is going to go. So that's cool, right? If you guys already do this, is this already old news?
New to me.
All right, good. All right, so I just changed your life. I want you to feel the power. And yeah, see, he's doing the face and the He-Man pump. All right, good. That's your first tip. That's like your super quick and dirty reading a ladder. Like, you want to think about a ladder. You're playing a blitz game. You want to spend exactly 2 seconds reading a ladder. Find the nearest star point. Count. Good. You're done. You read the ladder. Now, of course, it doesn't necessarily work if you're well, we'll show you. There's other problems, but that's you're super quick and dirty. Okay. Here's another trick to reading a ladder. When you guys read a ladder, you take your finger and you go like this.
That's how you make your opponents fear you.
Number one, not legal. Not really legal to touch the board, in a tournament setting. If you do this in a casual setting, who cares? But you're probably gonna get made fun of for at least a year. And the other problem is it's actually very distracting. It's very easy to, if you're physically moving your finger, your finger just got stuck halfway in between these 2 squares, and you're like, wait, was I going forward or which? You're like it's actually easy to screw up if you're actually doing this finger reading technique. Trust me, I've tried. So I want to do it more visually. And there's a better way to visually read this diagonal. Because, okay, you're going, no, I'm smarter than that. I'm polite. I don't touch the board. I do that zigzag in my mind. Yes? Is that what you guys do? Good? All right. One step above it. Instead of trying to zigzag this out in your mind, you still have the same problem. I want you to think in pairs. Okay? So instead of taking this shape and going zig, 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 just go pair, 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 pair. And you can see, I was able to cover basically twice as much ground as if I was trying to mentally zigzag it across the board. So that's a good tip. If your brain can handle thinking in pairs of stones, right, to create this ladder shape, to read this out, the next step, I'm going to remove these 3 stones, is to think of this shape. And so instead of just you're thinking pair, 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 that doesn't change. But you're always thinking now there's a stone here and there's a stone here. You're making an L with that pair. You're just extending it. And that will help you, because you also, when you're reading out a ladder, you care where your own stones are going as well, in addition to your opponent's. So if you can imagine, I'm still reading this ladder, right there. I know I'm going to have to play a black stone there, or I have to play a black stone there, right? So if my opponent has, a stone here, this is a problem, because when I make that shape again, I can see that, oh, I have to place a stone there, and that's going to be Atari, and I'm going to have the ladder broken, even though the stone's over here. Okay? So those are my 3 levels of tips, right? Number 1, find a start point, count, give yourself a quick rough estimate. Number 2, stop counting in terms of, zigs and zags and finger pointing at the board. Try to count in pairs. And number 3, if you can count in pairs and attach 2 other stones to it, that's going to make your reading much more efficient and effective. Those are the 3 things we're going to try to work on that today, because I've set up a collection of 8 ladder-ish problems for you to try to work that out. And these 8 problems are labeled A through
H.
H. That's good, because I was going to say G, and I was like, that doesn't sound right. A through H, and I'm going to encourage you guys, take out your phone or find a piece of paper and write down whether or not the ladder works for black or the ladder works for white. White is always the one being chased in the ladder. Okay, so that's all you really need to answer. You should try to read out the variations. But before we go over each problem here in a few minutes, I'm going to poll you guys and see who thinks the ladder works for black and who thinks it works for white, and we'll see how well you do. Does that sound like fun?
Yes.
All right, so ladder. And this is the part where I say, gather around, children. Gather around. All right, so Marchen had an interesting question. And see, the thing is, he doesn't like reading.
Yes.
See, yes. And he just wants more heuristics. And that's why he comes to Nick Sibicky Go lectures. Because he doesn't want to work, and he just wants the heuristics.
Yes.
Well, the first thing I have to tell him is, no, he's wrong. He needs to do the reading.
No.
But said, this is our basic L shape, right? If we can transpose this shape, we can read a ladder anywhere on the board without having to do a zigzag, right? We just find the appropriate place to plunk down this shape in our minds, and we put down this L. But clearly, there's a lot of situations, pardon me, where you can see that if white has a stone here, or maybe a stone here, this changes that whole shape. And clearly there must be a heuristic for when you're taking that shape and transposing it to have one neighbor stone. How does that change it? Or what happens if you have 2 neighbor stones? How does this change it? And I'm here to tell you, yes, there are heuristics, and I don't know them. And they sort of work like this. There's basically a column of stones was called, and that is, I think this, if you look this up, maybe on Sensei's library, I think this is how they're classified. I don't remember where I initially read this, but they're somewhere. You have the A stones, which are the stones in the ladder. You have the B stones, which are the surrounding stones. You have the C stones, which are directly next to the B stones. And then you have D stones, which are outside of that. And then you have various combinations thereof. So when you're looking at heuristics, you can say, what happens when I have an A stone next to a B stone, over here? And there's a heuristic for that. However, if you're just going to memorize heuristics for all the different combinations of A, B, C, and D stones, you're probably better off just remembering this shape and reading it during the game. So it's probably a waste of time for most of us to get to that level of playing. But, if you guys really, really resist the urge to read simple Go patterns, it is possible to go memorize a bunch of other stuff. So, okay, anyway, this is problem A. So, again, we have 8 problems here. And for each problem, I asked you guys to record whether or not black could capture white or white could run free. And here, we'll do a quick poll. What did you guys say on this one? Right, we're raising hands. We got a white runs free. We got a black captures.
Black.
Here, raise your hand if you said black captures. This is 3. How many people said white runs away? 3 and some abstention. I saw you do this problem.
That's right.
We talked about this.
B or W?
Wow, so it's a 3-3 tie. This is not good.
Dramatic.
Oh yeah, it's
Great
drama.
lecture earlier, Nick.
Yeah, it is. And this is the A board. What's going to happen when we get to letter H? All right, so on the A board we already have a 3-3 division. Let's try applying some of my tips, and we'll see what kind of trouble it gets us into. So first, I'm just going to think in pairs, right? Pair, 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 pair. That gets us to there. I'm actually going to put these 2 white stones on the board. And remember, to get to this ladder shape, normally we'd have this here as well. Actually, I want to back up 1 pair. And backing up is actually really easy to do, so I just do that. Okay, so this is where we're at. So we've read out the ladder to this point. Again, I want you to notice how quickly that we got to this point. If you were zigzagging and trying to add stones, I think it would take you an extra, at least 2 seconds. So by knowing this pattern, I've saved at least 2 seconds of your life forever and ever. Okay, good. If white plays here, black, white, and then we have this very, very interesting situation. First question, can we bend the ladder this way as black? Like, can we use this stone? Normally we can use this stone to like, perhaps shove the ladder that way.
No.
No, why not?
This white has backup.
Not only does white back up,
Back
white's
up.
gonna Atari. Like this is a fated idea from the very beginning, right? Can't run the ladder that way. We can run the ladder this way and use this stone, right, as part of the ladder. So we extend the ladder once here. And this lets us avoid this stone, which is the next trap. But what's the next problem?
Atari.
Yeah. All right, so that's no good for black. Any other choices?
Yes.
Yeah?
Just let it go as it was going.
Just let it go as it's going, yes. Continue the ladder as normal. But if we do that now, you can see how we have this effectively C column stone, right? C column stones will break ladders. So heuristics, yeah, I know, I just fell into the trap. You guys are awful. We have this problem though, right? The ladder breaks because that C stone's going to Atari our B stone. So that doesn't work. But wait, there's more.
What?
We didn't actually use this stone yet. And so because we have a stone there, actually just Atari. And guess what? It forms all nice and neatly again. A regular old ladder. Whoops. Damn it. I keep doing terrible
That's like what
things.
happens in my head.
Yes, that happens in my head too. Look, this is a beautiful ladder to the side of the board.
So black wins.
Black wins this one. People who said black captures white are correct. But you needed to find the sequence. If you said black captures white and you could not find this extra Atari here, one more extra Atari, you still fail. Now that I've made you all feel great, let's do problem 2. So much confidence building we're having tonight. All right, this one, I'm gonna slide this board. All right, what's going on here?
White has a lot of friends out in the general direction the ladder is going to go.
Yeah.
Black's might be closer.
Black has us 2 little stones. Again, we can do zigzag. I'm gonna do pairs again until we get to a point where we feel like we should stop.
Right about there.
That's it.
That's about it, actually, before things start to get really messy. And again, I'm imagining a black stone here and a black stone here in my head. I'll put them on the board. But in the game, this is what I'm thinking, right? And already, at this point, we can see something very cool is about to happen. Black can't keep running the ladder, right? There's just a wall there. But since we have a friend here, we can't, again, let white connect that way, so we just have to keep pushing, letting white come out. White comes out again, and what? What is this? It actually ladders. The ladder bounces. I love it when ladders bounce. This is like one of my favorite things in Go. It's just when a ladder starts going off this way, and all of a sudden it goes that way. In this case, it has to bounce in order to be captured. There's no other way for black to capture. This regular ladder runs into the side of the board. And again, this works because has to work because we need to avoid this wall here. So we need to turn the direction of the ladder. There's no choice, right? Imagine if this ladder just kept going forever, there's no way to get past this set of 4 stones. So if you look at this problem and you know, on your own game, you just have to know, and there's a ladder, you're like, okay, I got it. This ladder either has to bounce or it has to end in a net if I'm going to win this. Like, those are the only 2 things you're thinking because white has such a dominating shape there.
So black wins.
Black wins.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't poll you guys. How many people said black wins? Wow, all right, no? All right, almost everyone. But that wasn't really fair because I asked you guys after the fact. So you're probably lying.
I got it written down.
Mostly lying. This one, all right, this one's fun because this is like a twofer. You get to do 2 ladder problems for the price of 1. Why do I say that?
Black has an option in which direction they start the ladder.
Isn't that great? Black can Atari the ladder that way, or black can Atari the ladder this way. Let's put a black stone here first. What happens now? This looks like a ladder, doesn't it?
Nope.
Briefly.
It's a ladder. It's a ladder. Look, I'm laddering. And
And you're losing.
that doesn't work. Ladder over. If I Atari this way, if I just prevent it from linking up, 3 liberties. 3 liberties ends the ladder. If you're laddering something and it ever gains 3 liberties, the ladder is non-existent. You're looking for a net now. All right, so that way, not helpful. That was a pretty easy ladder. This way, what about this way?
You gonna pull us?
Oh yeah, I gotta pull you guys. So this is the question. Who thinks white escapes? 4. Who thinks black captures? 3. That's terrible again. White indeed escapes. Let's put some pairs, right? Think in pairs. Pair, 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 pair. And already we can see we've got this white stone on the C line, right? A, B, C, for thinking our heuristics that I told you never to use.
It's paying off already.
Well, it's really useful in explanations, right? All right, fine, it's paying off. Good. Thing I didn't want to teach you. I wanted you to read it. Well, we have a stone on the C stone. We know it's broken. This stone has no effect. It's just there. And we can put this on the board and show you guys so you're not all cranky pants non-believers. All right, here's our L shape. I just put the L shape. Heuristic. Good job, you crazy American Go players not wanting to read. As soon as white plays there, that's Atari. No tricks. And if we try to do this, there's actually, if I go backward, there's another black stone there, or if I go backwards, it's just more, it's just Atari all the way down.
Right.
So,
Sad.
broken, white escapes. Da, da, da. D is almost interesting. Let's do a little poll. How many people think black kills? 1, 2.
I forgot already.
How many people think white escapes? 3. And 2 abstentions. All right. So, who said black kills? All right. Yeah. Christian Cat, show me how to kill it. Okay. Good. And then. Good. And then. And then. And then.
Is it?
How did I play this? Why are you trying to remember? So I was doing this in my head, so you know. Obviously, that can't be taken. That can't be done first. That's all I forgot.
Things get interesting
It
at the edge of the board.
Have to be this way. No, it doesn't matter. I don't know.
I think I started.
Maybe I did this wrong.
Maybe I read wrong. I think I started with this. Maybe I was wrong.
This is not there yet.
Yeah.
That was so wrong.
Yeah,
That was so wrong.
But there's one more way, right?
Oh, actually, white doesn't even connect here, right? There's this Atari and ladder this. Yeah. So you can't, you don't have time to do this.
So the last way. Can we start like this?
You can try. Yeah, sure. We can try.
Oh, sorry.
Just,
We have 4 liberties.
so this is obviously the first move.
Yes.
This is obviously the second move.
Sure.
The question is, what's right after this? Oh, maybe.
Then you have to
Thing, yeah, exactly. So I don't know because
Can
that'll
we
be
squeeze
taken.
maybe?
It doesn't work.
Still?
This does not work just because you can't play here because you get double you get tarred after he takes. You can't pull out. I don't know. I guess white lives.
Yes. Yes. White escapes.
I was wrong.
You were wrong, but you taught yourself correctly in the end. I didn't have to teach you at all. I just said do the problem, and you finally did it, and you learned. That's great. Yeah, so white actually can't be captured. So the real reason why white can't be captured is just the fact this is Atari, and it doesn't help that white has another stone on the other side, so when white kills it, it's immediately out. It's not even a shortage of liberty problem. It's just...
If white didn't have that extra stone on the outside?
Yeah, we can look what happens. So Atari, Black takes Atari. White plays 2. Black can't go down, right? So we have to take. And now we have a step back. So that extra stone is paramount. Yeah. Oh well.
I'm so terrible.
But you're getting better, right? That's why. Go as a journey, Christian.
I don't want to hear it.
This one, I like this one. This one's cute. How many people think black kills? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many people think white lives?
I forgot my answer.
1, and then like a few abstentions. Great. All right, black, kill it, people. Show me how to kill it. You should be very afraid because I just asked Christian to show me how to kill the last one.
And now thousands of people already know I suck.
All right, good.
So we start here,
Yeah.
then we use the,
Yeah, this isn't really a problem about shapes or reading. It's really just like a conceptual problem.
So white has to run away a bit,
Yeah.
and then can he use the liberty?
Then just.
Yeah, he's got an extra liberty to gain on the other side, right?
so.
Doesn't help.
Yeah.
No?
No, it's
But it breaks, can break here. But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Eventually, you're gonna get to this
yeah.
situation, right? And white won't be able to play again because that's self-capture. So at this point,
Must take.
But now, remember, now this fills in liberty. So all this is an Atari. So white connects.
the second
Just
line.
keep it hard.
Sure, yeah. This is just killing on the first line.
The old straight ladder.
And black kills.
Murderous.
So the important thing to realize is that even though it looks like white can gain more liberties over here, really can't. It's really actually still just 2 liberties on that side. And 2 liberties can always be put into Atari down to 1. So, all right. That was fun. This one's cute too. These are cute problems. Cute problems for Qs. All right, poll. Who thinks black can kill? 1, 2, 3, 4. Who thinks white can live? Again, you. You're so wrong. All right, black, show me how to die.
How to die?
Well, how to kill.
Oh. Anyone?
Okay. And again, this one isn't so much about being able to use the shapes, it's just it is about reading. Yeah, Atari.
You just keep going.
Just keep going. It's amazing. Keep going, yeah. At any point, notice if we Atari this way, we end Atari ourselves. So no choice. Good?
And then,
Yeah. And question? Yeah, okay, yep.
that's okay.
That's good. Yep.
That's the wall. So.
There you go. Question, can we play this move?
Did we have this stone already?
Was there a stone there? Yes, there is a stone there.
Then no.
No. So you can't go out, you have to collapse it. Which is better anyway, because that's fewer co-threats for your opponent, even if it did work. Good. Yeah, this one, you have to be able to see that these stones are the ones that are going to get eaten, so you have to keep Atariing from that side. And you have all the strength over here, right? You know, when you have stones that are strong, you must use them. This is like a very, very visceral, very direct way of using those stones, just running them alongside to give this group more liberties. Is cool? Mm-hmm. All right. We got to redeem ourselves, Marchand. Yeah. Let's do G. All right, this one, we actually had fun twice because we had a little snafu setting it up and this line wasn't here. So it was much closer to the edge of the board. This is actually a pretty fun problem to solve. Let's solve it right now. Here's your go problem. So it's 1 line away from the edge. How does black capture white?
How about that?
Well, we could try it, but it'd be a terrible way. Oops, no, it wouldn't be. Was it? No, it's not. It's a good way. That's a great way. It turns out. Atari again.
And I guess capture, but
That's it.
bans.
And, okay, so not very interesting. I thought it was more interesting. This one, we're about to get captured. We only have 2 liberties, so we must do something drastic? Should we do the same thing? Doesn't work. Right, Atari, game over. Okay. Must do something different. What do we do?
The other Atari.
Yeah, must
That's all you
Atari
have
here.
time
All right, if white takes, we play there. Short is liberties, can't connect. Game over, we win. Good. So white's got to run out. And this looks a lot similar to a shape that we've been learning about all day long. It's a ladder. Next move for black.
Is done under?
Good, you must play this one. This is just a ladder shape. And the fact that at any point white can say, you know what, I'm done running this ladder, I'm going to come back and take this stone, doesn't help. Same exact thing. As long as these two stones have two liberties,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. Actually, in this case, we have to go this way. This is a funny mistake. Right, so that's the shape, right? So we're here, this situation. Normally, we'd run it into the edge of the board. But we can't play there. If we play here, right, white takes and we're in Atari. So we play here. But now white takes. Oh good, no bueno. Doesn't work, white comes back and kills. So when we get to this point, we must play here. And this will guarantee when white now comes down to the edge, white, oops, sorry. This is still there. White can't disconnect us. So white has to take, we Atari, white still can't connect. So cool? I think it's cool. Kat brought us that problem. She found it on her phone. All right.
You gotta pull this one?
Oh, I didn't pull that one, did I?
No. I think we all knew it though.
I'm sure you did. All right, this one. This one I think is the most difficult problem. So we'll definitely pull. Who thinks white is captured? Black wins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who thinks white lives? Well, you're on your own.
Yeah, I know.
Do you feel good?
No, terrible.
All right, one of the black people, show me how to capture it. First move, need it, magic, right? Need to throw in. And white has two choices. White can take.
Okay.
If white takes, though, what's going to happen? And black's going to run this ladder this way. And we can all, white takes, right, or fills, rather, do a normal ladder reading, right? This is just a normal, black has to play there. So we're going to get pair, 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 pair. Notice D-line stone, we're using our heuristic, doesn't have any, by itself has no effect. So that ladder by itself works for black. So that's really good news for black.
But
But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
this was a cool problem.
This is a very cool problem, yes. White does not have to play this. What am I doing? That's not there. Thank you. White doesn't have to take the stone. No, so hold on. So we throw in.
Yeah.
We know if white takes, sorry, if white takes it, we know it doesn't work for white. So what's white's other choice?
Extend.
To play the ladder out this way. What fun we're going to have.
Yeah.
Black,
Atari.
Atari, still a ladder.
Bounces around a little bit.
Can we run the ladder this way?
No.
No, terrible idea, don't do it. Okay, good. Atari, can we run the ladder out that way again?
No.
No, we're going this way. We bounce the ladder. I love bouncing ladders. All right. Can we keep pushing the ladder this way?
No.
No, because that's going to be self-Atari, so we have to go this way. And now the problem's actually starting to clean up quite a bit. Now that we've gotten through that section, it might be time that we can just go do our pair thing. Uh-oh. White stone on the A line.
I still don't believe I'm right though.
But you are!
I am?
You're right! Woo! The only person who nailed it.
I knew I really good that right.
Yes, this doesn't work for black because of this stone all the way over here.
Can I see it played out?
Every stone.
Only if you sing a song while I'm doing this.
Playing ghost stones on the go board. Gonna find out where they go around.
Second verse.
Playing ladder stones on the ladder board.
Somebody's gonna do an amazing remix of that. It's gonna sound really talented.
I don't know about that. All right, yes.
So we have
this
this problem. Wait, does this work now?
Because I thought you could go back.
Oh, we can't go that way. That's Atari, right?
Well, but you can.
We have. Oh, sorry. So
Oh, it's probably just right that way,
yeah,
that's right.
it still has a problem with the stone.
Can I see for the sake of it going the other way towards the
Oh,
Atari?
thank God, it still works.
Still works. Right. So send we go to whoever it is this way is Atari.
Every variation.
Can I see?
See, I knew I read that right.
You want to see this way?
Yeah, because
Atari.
and then play ladder.
Okay. White takes.
Oh yeah, because it's another
Take.
turn.
That was good though. It was good to play that out. Actually, yeah. This stone wasn't actually on the A line, right? Because the A line would have been there and there. So
That was the Atari I missed when I tried to read it.
Well, that was a cool.
It was an
problem.
A line, but black was just
That was a B line.
was able to redirect it towards the stone.
Yes. If it's an A line stone and it's the first thing, it's over, right? I actually see the heuristic got me in trouble. Because I was like, oh, I have two stones here, and that's clearly pointing to the A line. No, that's anything next to those two stones is the B line. So there you are. So ladders, fun?
Yes, that was actually really helpful.
All right. Well, use them in your own games. And again, be smart about it. Don't just go, the ladder works. Try to actually picture the shapes, read it out. All right. Nobody on the YouTube video can see this, but they're smiling and very happy with the knowledge that they've gained in this lesson.
I was just thinking, I'm just gonna guess if it works.
All right. Well, thank you guys.